shit about Moses.
All right, Adsey. What if we wrote Bloodsport? Bloodsport. Now, I was thinking of this and wanting to watch it again. And then what happens right when we're about to do this? An announcement comes up that Bloodsport is getting remade for A24. Far out, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's nuts. So that's getting made for A24. I don't know what direction they're going to go for in that. But let's do our tournament. We're going to go with... So if we're going to write this, we're going to go modern day, yeah? Not 80s.
Oh,
do we want 80s or...
No, I reckon go modern day.
I think modern day too. With a proper kumite, like underground kumite. It has to be R-rated. I've got that up there already because when we write stuff... when we write stuff, it has to be R-rated. I've made my own little brand new Bloodsport logo there with some dragons because it's going to be violent. It's going to be violent. But so it'd probably be... We're gonna have the same... We're going to have Frank Duke. Frank Duke, we're going to have someone play him. We've got to have a Jackson. We'll cast them too. But then Chung-Li, I'm thinking, do we go in a new direction so it's a new... With the tournament, people don't know who the last person's going to be. Like, there's going to be a few big guys where you're like, oh, holy shit, who is going to be the last big guy?
Yeah, I reckon... but I think it works because the original works because we know how violent and how deadly Chung-Li is. So I mean, I think that I reckon keep that vibe of it where we know
the vibe of it. Yes,
and like we know that what he's capable of, and how badass and big, and you literally can crush someone with his fist.
I'm thinking. So, like, if it's a 16-person tournament, like, that's what you do. Of course, the first 8 of the tournament are going to get crushed. They're jobbers, whatever name actors. We want to do the final 8. So we want to have Jackson. We want to have someone that's playing Van Damme and someone that's playing the Chung-Li type character that comes runner-up that you think's not going to lose. In my personal opinion, we've got to have some massive, because we want to keep the story kind of the same. So if we wrote it, what do you think? Keeping the story similar? Similar to the first one, but different fighters, different actors, and some different names instead of Chung-Li. But we'll still keep Frank. I'm thinking. I'm thinking for Frank, we have a actor that's going to go all the way and be the final one, who's a well-known actor but doesn't get enough spotlight, in my opinion. So we're going to have... So we've got to cast, and this is my opinion for Frank, we're going to cast all these other big names that are going to lose, but Frank is the one that wins. This is an underdog here, and I'm thinking, personally, Scott Adkins plays...
he's great.
Plays Frank.
Yeah.
He is so good, so underrated. His fighting style is so good. You can have him looking whatever way you want. I want him looking the clean cut like Van Damme style. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I mean, my choice is a bit more rougher, but I think that you definitely can go the clean cut route, and I mean, but I think Scott Adkins is fantastic, and
he's so good, and
he rocks every action film.
He doesn't get enough big final. You know what I mean? Like, he just needs to be in it and needs to be that main role, and to beat up megastars. So would you agree? Would you agree with him as Frank?
Yeah, I mean, he's not as good as my choice, but
who was your choice? Because he might be in the tournament.
My choice would be Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo.
I love him, and he's always been another one who's always been in the background, or like a background actor. And there's a show that he absolutely just smashed. that I love to this day called Kingdom, where he plays an MMA fighter.
Yeah,
and he's fantastic in it. And he's a bit older, but he still could flog most actors, today. And like he's just badass in everything he does. He was in a one called Boss Level.
Yeah, I know Boss Level.
Where he's the lead in that, and he was fantastic. But yeah, I just think he's just like rough around the edges, but that. And he's a good-looking dude, cat. He works, and
He does.
I just think that he could be that underdog sort of who goes against the boss level baddie. So yeah, 100 with him.
I think he's a damn good choice as well, man, because he's ripped as shit. He's freaking awesome. I don't know why, for some reason. I just think Scott Adkins, for a fight scene between those two would be freaking killer.
It would be wicked.
That would be a freaking killer fight scene as well. So we've got to make a decision. One's in the tournament and the other one is playing Frank. So I don't know. What do you think, man? Because they're both freaking awesome. Like they're both freaking awesome.
I'll go with yours, mate. I'll go Scott Adkins because I love him, and and he is very underrated, and it would be awesome. Frank Grillo's had a few leads, and Scott Adkins hasn't really had his time to shine yet. So I think that he would be fantastic in that role, and he's a bit more clean cut, and that's kind of what you want. So
I think it'd be a bit surprising as well.
Yeah, I'm going with yours, mate.
It'd be surprising to have, it'd be surprising to have my boy, Scott Adkins as the main guy that finishes and wins the whole tournament. So that would be crazy. Now, I'm gonna, just in case you say his name to play Chung-Li, I'm gonna debunk him now. Just in case you bring up Batista. I had Batista on my list. And then I took him off for the reason being he was in the Kickboxer remake.
Yep.
Fair enough. Because he played Tong Po in the Kickboxer remake, I think people would take the piss out of it too much. So Batista's going to be up for me. But to play, this is my choice for Chung-Li, so I want to hear yours as well. For my choice of Chung-Li is Rock Dwayne Johnson.
That's a good choice. And it wouldn't surprise me.
Big Samoan.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they do that because his last film was A24 and he wants to do different stuff. So with the Smashing Machine, his last film.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they actually do cast The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. But yeah, I love it, mate. It's a great choice.
Like a lot of people would go, "Oh, Chung-Li's not Asian now." Yeah, now we've got friggin' Sika Sokoa or whatever, friggin' the big Samoan. That's the final guy that's destroying everyone. But his fights will be amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, and he could nail it. The acting chops he showed in that film, he could be a baddie, a real good baddie. I think, it's a gem. Yeah, I love it.
It'd be a good final one. And Scott Adkins versus The Rock in a final fight in the Kumite. Holy shit, man. This would be wicked. By the way, I'm just going to say it now. I don't want Van Damme to be in our remake at all. I don't want him to be the trainer. Maybe if he's cool little freaking popcorn cameo if he's sitting in the crowd eating popcorn, or one of them putting on a bet going, yeah,
that would be cool.
Like that. Just something quick like that, but nothing else. Just like
something for the fans, like a quick nod to him. He doesn't even have to show up. Just a quick nod to him in the film would be awesome. Yeah.
Yep. Like Stan Lee does in the freaking Marvel films. Just quickly.
100%.
Just quickly. Before we just get into all the fighters, because we've got Frank Grillo in there. Frank Grillo has to be in it. Has to be in it. Totally forgot to put him on my list because he is so close to a Frank as well. But we have to cast a Jackson. Now,
Yep.
this is someone that you don't know at all,
Mhm.
and I still want you to say your suggestion. This guy, when he started with the WWE in the wrestling, when he
Yep.
started in the WWE, he's 7 foot tall. He's a big, big boy. When he started 5-7 years ago, whatever it is, he's not with them anymore. I always laughed and said, "Haha, Jackson from Bloodsport, Jackson from Bloodsport," because he looks like Jackson from Bloodsport, except he's 7 foot tall. His name is Braun Strowman. He's a big
Yep.
boy. He's a
Yep.
big, big boy. And when I say big boy, he's a big boy. He has the accent like Jackson. He looks like Jackson. He could play Jackson. He could play in that role where, not in the semi-finals when it comes to the final 4, but in the final 8 or whatever, has to fight Scott Adkins, his own mate, or does get put down by The Rock, because then it's a freaking big boy versus big boy. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Jackson, the 7 foot freaking tall guy, now
Yeah.
7 foot, gets taken by freaking The Rock and destroyed, put in hospital like he does in the freaking original movie. Have you got
Yeah.
anyone for Jackson?
Yeah. But mine's a bit controversial because he's not giant, right? And he's not your typical Jackson character that you'd think of.
Yep.
Right? But he'd be fantastic, I think, in one of these tournament films as that funny side character who is ripped. You know, instead of having him like be a beer guzzling, guy with a pot belly.
Yeah.
I think John Krasinski from The Office, right, who plays Jack Ryan. No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Who plays
As Jackson.
Jack Ryan as Jackson, right? Because he is an American, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got the comedy chops, so make him more funny, and like Jackson's hilarious in the original, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
if they had like a literal comedy star who is just throwing out the one-liners and all that, but you feel it when he gets the shit kicked out of him, by The Rock, and you care about him, because he's very lovable, but he can get himself absolutely jacked,
Yep.
and
He can. Yes.
because you need someone who can get jacked, who is believable as a fighter, so I don't know, just something popped in my head where I was just like, what about, Jim from The Office, as the lovable American who gets put down,
If you had him, would you, this is the way I'll look at it, is he going to get even more jacked than he is now? Like,
I mean,
jacked?
you can't, I mean, he loves getting jacked, like he did it in not just Jack Ryan, but he did it in so he could like get himself full, traps and everything, and like just get himself full, massive. But yeah, I think that because he's going to get put down. So I mean, it's not like he's our lead. He's going to get put down, but I want him to be hilarious and I want him to be funny, because that's what the original Jackson is. He's very lovable, but. In that fight, right? When you watch it for the first time, that fight, he's it's too early for him to make it, so he's going to get hurt. So it wasn't a shocker to me when he gets hurt in the first time I saw that film, because and if John Krasinski, because he lays him out quickly, with a roundhouse, high kick or whatever. Yeah. And start celebrating and going, I did it. And then The Rock comes back and, does some crazy move, I think it'd be wicked. And I like him as an actor. I think
I like him as an actor too. I think he'll be pretty decent. I'll go with that because you chucked in Scott Adkins' thing.
It's crazy.
We won't put Braun Strowman in yet, just in case. We'll see if we've got any spots left for him because we've got 4 now. We can only have 4 more.
He's jacked as, mate. Yeah, put him anywhere.
No. So we might not need him because. So we'll lock in. So you reckon John is Jackson? Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
He's got to have long hair though. None.
Yeah. no,
He's got to
completely.
be like a hillbilly type.
Yeah, not clean cut. No,
Yeah.
like he's literally got, and they've got to put makeup on him to make him look not clean cut.
He's got to be straggly.
And he's got the
Straggly but ripped.
yeah, and he's got the comedy chops to pull off that, and it'd just be something that would blow people's minds seeing him in like full Jackson mode. I think that would be cool.
Nah, I like it. We're casting him. He won't cost us as much as with the others as well, so it's all right.
Oh, he's pretty in demand these days, yeah. But yeah.
4 fighters, all right. We got 4. We got 4 fighters to chuck in for these for the final 8 of the tournament. I'm thinking you can't have this movie without chucking Michael J. White in there.
No, he was on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you've got to have, of course, you've got to have your African American fighter as well. I think people will just froth now seeing Scott Adkins, Frank Grillo, freaking The Rock. You got
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski, Michael J. White. This is a crazy freaking list, man. So
yeah. Michael J. White is badass, and he still is.
He's got to be badass asshole. Yeah, bad guy. Like, because we've got to have a few bad guys.
Yeah, and he's still he's one of the best action stars out there. You know, yes, he's in like every other movie, every other action movie, but I mean, any role he's in, he smashes it. You know, so like Grillo, you know, and like so. No,
100%. So we've got our African American in there. We need I think we need a Brit. I think we need a Brit.
Definitely.
I think we need a psycho. We need one psycho Brit. I've got a couple of names to chuck in, but you go first because I kind of hoping you say.
For my psycho Brit, I can't do that one because I would have to be honest, I would have done Conor McGregor. But he was in Road. Yeah, he was in Roadhouse.
No.
But and he was good in Roadhouse. I thought, he steals the film. I hate that film. The remake, I think, is absolute shit. But his little cameo, I thought was great. Who would I have as the psycho? I've got to go with someone who really is scary in film. And I'm going to go with Tom Hardy as the British, the British psycho, because he's got that.
It has to be.
Well, you look at Warrior, and he can get himself in that shape with the shoulders where he's like this, you know, and you got to have him in there somewhere. I mean, he's he's a legend, you know. So
yeah, 100%. It was either, but I was going to just say yes to whatever one you said. Or hopefully, if you said one of the two, I was going to say him or Jason Stratham.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
But you can only have one Brit in this tournament because there's not enough room. Not enough room because we've only got 2 left. And
with Tom, he can act. Yeah, I mean, Jason's great at playing Jason Statham.
Correct.
But I think that I'm getting a little sick of him because he's badass in everything, and he's Jason Statham in everything, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over him at the moment. I need a bit of a breather from him. So Tom Hardy though, he can play, he can play badass, he can play scary, he can play. He's a fantastic actor. So I mean, No,
I'm happy with Hardy as well. It's going to be hard to eliminate these when we're doing the final 8.
I know.
As in the fucking tournament, because we've got to put the tournament together still after this. We got 2 left. I've got 2 awesome choices. I'm pretty sure you've got some big names too. But I feel like this name has to be in there because he's redeemed himself since Bloodsport 2. Daniel Bernhardt.
Can you flash up a picture?
Daniel, let me get him up on the screen in a second while I explain. Let me just get a photo up while I'm talking. Daniel Bernhardt was in Bloodsport 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
He was the main guy in Bloodsport 2, 3, and 4, and he was kind of considered a joke for doing
Oh, I got him. I got him.
You got
I got him. Yeah, I remember him. Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he took over from Van Damme's role in the other movies. Unfortunately, everyone didn't like it as much. I liked Bloodsport 2 personally. I thought it was a decent movie, but a lot of people didn't.
Wasn't horrible.
Wasn't horrible. 3 and 4 were horrible.
Yeah.
3 and 4 were horrible, but he's now redeemed himself big time. He's been in so many action flicks. He looks so much ripped now and all that. And for him to be in the tournament, of course he's going to lose. He's not freaking winning the tournament. But for him to be in the tournament, I think it's like a little bit of a cool head nod. I know a lot of people will get angry because you put him in it, not Van Damme. But there's Daniel there when he was in Bloodsport 2. When he was in
he's
Bloodsport
great.
2. I think he's great. We'll put him on the maybe list, or just in case we have better names. Or I just thought it was a cool little homage to the past movies, and because he didn't get much respect for 2 and 3 and 4.
Whack him in, I reckon. I think, and he's, I remember him now. I just had a mind blank, but he's badass, whack him in.
He is badass, and he can play so many different roles as well. So, all right, so we got Daniel, we got one left. I'm thinking an Aussie needs to be in there.
100%. I'm gonna go because you have to have a little guy in there. And a littler guy. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Let's not have them all be exactly, tall and all that. And he has to be part of the UFC for me.
Okay.
And he has to be a presence. And do you know where I'm going with this?
Okay.
I'm going with the Volk. Alexander Volkanovski. He's a former champion, and his nickname's the Volk. And
the Volk. Yep.
He's a little ball of, don't fuck with me. And he's an actual, UFC champion, and he's got that personality. He's got that movie star quality personality. Who would be? So he's got his own YouTube channel, and he's fantastic. Throw him in the mix. I
didn't realise he was an Aussie.
Yeah, he's Australian, mate. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Holy crap! I did not know that he was an Aussie.
He's fully Aussie, mate.
Oh, really? I was going to go Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, no, he's great. Yeah. But I don't think he'd play unless he's leading at the film. I don't think he'd play the like a side character. I don't. But I mean, it would be fun. Yeah, because he could knock most of their heads off.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And he probably is a little bit too big for the idea of what we were going for. So you got to have different because of like the original. You've got to have different people. Smaller people, taller people. Bigger people. Like you've got to have the lot. And I just think the Volk would be awesome in a starring role in a Bloodsport movie for sure. 100%. So we're going to try and put this into a tournament form of because we have to have Scott Adkins on one side of the tournament now and The Rock on the other side because they have to meet at the end. That's a given of what we've done. So we've got to kind of figure out how we want to do this tournament now. So we've got our 8 locked in. I'm happy with the 8. You happy with the 8?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. So we've got to look at our names and go, who do we want to fight who? I think. Okay, so this is the real hard part, man. This is the real hard part. I think to start the tournament off on, should we go over the Rock side or Scott Adkins' side first because there's some matchups that we want to see the Rock fight because we want to see Tom Hardy and the Rock fight. They have to be the final. They have to be the final two to get into the final against Scott Adkins.
Yeah, before the ultimate final. So I reckon John Krasinski versus the Volk as one of them.
Volk?
Yeah.
That would be on Scott Adkins' side.
Yep. So the Volk's a baddie. And on the Rock side, and John Krasinski's obviously. Yeah, John Krasinski's obviously on Scott Adkins' side as Jackson.
Okay. Hold on, but but tournament wise, we'd need someone for the Rock to face Tom Hardy to get into the finals. We need Tom Hardy versus someone and the Rock versus someone over that side.
Oh, okay. So I'm planning fights instead of that. So okay. So we need the Rock faces Jackson.
The Rock faces Jackson.
The Rock. So the Rock faces
Jackson
beforehand. John Krasinski.
Yep.
Right. That would be an awesome fight.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Yep. And Scott Adkins versus. Scott Adkins versus.
No, we want someone for Tom Hardy because the winner of
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy because the Rock's going to beat John Krasinski and Tom Hardy's going to beat someone because then Tom Hardy and the Rock are going to fight.
Tom Hardy versus.
Well, Daniel Bernhardt.
Yes. Yeah.
That'll be a cool fight.
Yeah, big unit Tom Hardy versus like very slender and very athletic.
Because Daniel doesn't need to go any further than that.
No.
This is just a thank you, blah, blah, blah. So now we're going the tournament on this side. Scott Adkins. You got Scott Adkins, Frank Grillo, Michael and the Volk.
Yep.
So we want Frank Grillo and Scott Adkins to meet each other. Yeah.
Yep.
In the final before they get to the finals. So that means we have to have Scott Adkins versus the Volk or Scott Adkins versus Michael J. White.
Scott Adkins versus Michael J. White.
Scott Adkins versus Michael J. White. That's going to be freaking awesome. That's freaking wicked. That'd be a wicked fight. Michael J.
Like
White,
a fantasy draft.
Yeah, and then the Volk. Then the Volk is fighting Frank.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So we got the tournament. That's our 8-man tournament right there. Now you can see it.
Yep.
We've done our decision. That side of the tournament of the rounds. So all these fighters if we wrote it, have beaten jobber actors. We can bring in other freaking B-grade actors that are good fighters and all that. All these fighters, these 8, are going to destroy someone the first round.
Yep.
So now we've got Michael J. White versus Scott Adkins, who's playing Frank. That's going to be a freaking killer match. That would be a freaking, because Michael J. White's bad, dude. So that's just going to be a good, fair and square fight, that one.
Yep.
Then we've got the Volk against Frank.
Yep.
That's going to be freaking awesome. Frank's going to win. Do you want him to tap him out, or is it a knockout? How's this one going?
I think I reckon a tap out. I reckon because the Volk's a little beast, so I think the Volk will get him.
Arm snap?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Or a triangle, or you know, something where Frank has to go to town on him, sort of thing, because he's like a little bull terror that he can't, he can't weave his way around. So that would be cool. Yeah, submission. Yeah, for sure.
I like it. Then on the other side of the bracket, these guys have already fucking won brutal matches. I think Tom Hardy's match and The Rock's match in the first round were both, because they're going to end up fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
everyone will be like, whoa, when they do fight each other, because their other first round matches were both bang, bang. They freaking destroyed their persons in, the time. Remember how in Bloodsport when he did the time limit and he did it in like 5 seconds and knocked someone out straight away? They both fucking do it, bang, bang. But these fights are going to be a bit longer. So Tom Hardy versus Bernhardt, because it's a Bloodsport 2 redemption for him, will be a freaking slug of a fight. But Tom Hardy just makes him piss in the end, I think.
Yeah, I think, it's got to last 2 rounds.
Yep.
And it's got to be a knockout. And I think
they don't have rounds in Bloodsport, do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rounds?
Yeah. Isn't there...
No rounds. No rounds, I didn't think.
I thought they did it. And then fucking... they go to the side. And... no, but that's how he gets the shit. Chung Lee gets the shit on his thing that fucks up. Because Frank's winning in the final fight. And then he goes to his corner and his corner man rubs the shit on the thing. So he gets it on him and then he gives it to him at a round break. I think I might be way off there.
I don't think it's rounds. I just don't think it's rounds. I think it's all that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But anyway, I reckon KO by Tom.
Yep, smashes him, breaks his jaw. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Kumite, bitch. So Jackson is John. John, being all cocky, mates with friggin' Scott Adkins. Frank, friggin', be careful, man. This Samoan is crazy. Nah, I've got this. Snaps his leg.
Okay, all right.
Snaps his fucking leg. Because he's got to visit him in the hospital, remember, and all that. Oh, and takes his headband. We have to do that scene. Has to be put back in it. Has to take his headband.
Put the headband on the leg at the end. Yep. 100%.
Has to take the headband. Take the headband.
What's the move that John gets? It gets the better of him, and he thinks he's won the fight.
Ooh. Yeah.
I reckon, like, if they've got to do this in the film, of a flying head kick, like Van Damme does. So I reckon he gets in with a flying head kick, and Rock goes down. He starts celebrating, and then the Rock comes back.
Yep, good. And then snaps the leg, of course. I want the leg to be a kick to the side where you see the friggin' leg go like that, and then the come out. Has to be fucking brutal like that, and then takes his headband. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, gory as shit. Yeah, this has to be R-rated like the original.
Oh, 100%. 100%. All right, so the freaking semi-finals, Scott Adkins and Frank Grillo will just be one hell of a martial arts fight. It has, just like Scott Adkins versus Michael J. White will be just one hell of a martial arts fight. This has to be one hell of a martial arts fight.
It will be. It would be. It would be. I mean, but I think that Scott gets him in a rear naked choke. He's able to slip out, and then he cracks Frank. Head kicks him. Does a backwards head kick. Scott's on the ground. We think he's dead. Frank goes to finish him off, and then Scott aims for the knee like Van Damme does. Aims for the knee, hits the knee, gets him down, and finishes the rear naked choke again and chokes him out. I don't watch UFC at all.
I like it. Because, of course, Frank's going all the way. We all know with our story, the way we're writing it. Tom Hardy, this crazy British character, is a good guy. He was mates with Jackson. He's mates with fucking Scott and Frank. Because Scott and Frank were mates to fight there as well. That's why it's a good martial arts fight. So Tom wants to freaking beat the shit out of the Rock. Mamu Sakoa. Mamu Sakoa. Whatever they call him. So it's going to be one hell of a fight.
Yeah,
this is going
big
to
time.
be a fucking brawl. This will be if we wrote and made Bloodsport, this fight right here is going to be better than the fucking final two. This is going to be the fight that everyone watches back. And the reason why I would like to put into it,
Go.
it kills Tom Hardy.
That's awesome. I love that. And I was actually going to say that.
Doesn't give up.
Yeah, I was going to say if Tom Hardy ends up dead in this one, because and it'd be a nice homage to Warrior as well, where he survives. Yep. And if Tom gets actually killed, that would be wicked. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I love it.
Yeah. Kills him. Fucking kills him. Like, this makes friggin' Frank or Scott friggin' want vengeance even more for the final. So he's got Jackson's bandana on his leg, snapped his mate's leg. Now he's killed Tom Hardy. Everyone's like, don't fight this Samoan. This Samoan is crazy, man. Don't freaking fight this Samoan. But this could be the craziest craziest fight, because you got this lean, fit-looking bloke, Frank, against freaking Sikoa, freaking Dwayne, freaking Samoa Johnson. What a fight. Are we going to get some cheating?
Yes, you have to.
We're getting some cheating?
Yep.
Not powder in the eyes, eh? Not powder in the eyes, eh? What else can he do?
No. I think whatchamacallit, like a jab with a secret knife that the Rock's got, and jabs him, is trying to kill him with the knife, but like a secret, like where the ump isn't looking, a secret, but he misses all the vital organs, of course, because we don't want Scott dead. Gives him a stab, really puts him, like a ice pick sort of deal. That's very. It's not like a that's not a knife. That's a knife sort of thing, but like a ice pick deal, and really is trying to, like Gladiator sort of style, where trying to get him from behind to, and then go for the kill, and then go for the kill. So it really gets him going, but he's missed everything, and Scott's so tough in it that he comes back and he ends up breaking his neck.
Hold on. The knife, I think people will fucking be well pissed off about. I do, but I like. Right? I like. What if they're both on the ground and he's been freaking having him in a freaking some type of leg lock or whatever, and he pulls out this tiny little freaking blade that you freaking can't see. So your knife idea is still a little blade where you can't see, because the Rock's leg looks like it's going to break and going to tap, and he fucking slits one of his Achilles open. So then he can't do that fucking fly kick and ninja kick and shit. So now Scott's jumping on one foot to finish the match.
That's good. That's better.
You know what I mean? He's jumping on one foot to finish the match. So he's not blind now. Now he's jumping on one foot, and you keep on seeing the fucking ankle, the Achilles split right open, and fucking he's jumping, and he can't use that one foot. So that's how he's got to fucking finish it somehow. He can do some kind of fucking Karate Kid jump.
What if he, because you've got to explain the cuts, what if he threw him, right? And he's fine, his foot hasn't cut, but the Rock grabs him and quickly slits it there. So it looks like it's been hurt because the Rock could throw him, and he does like a throw.
If they're in a leg lock, and then Rock's this way, and then
so it looks like it's broken.
The referee's over there.
I gotcha.
Fucking slit it while the referee's not looking that way, so it's not obvious. And then all of a sudden, his Achilles is fucking slit, and he's got to fight now with one leg.
Yeah, no, I love it.
And he'll be like, "I took Jackson's leg, now I take yours." And then somehow, some way, he wins with one leg.
Yeah, he does like a Daniel LaRusso sort of head kick or some shit. But I reckon they don't kill the Rock.
No, you don't kill the Rock.
No, like in the original, they don't kill the Rock.
No,
the Rock has to eat the L. Like eat the loss. So yeah.
Yep.
No, I
like it. I like it. It's a freaking. We just did an awesome Kumite, man. And
yeah, bloody hell.
Scott Adkins. I wouldn't have him with the friggin' beard there. Sorry, I'd have him clean cut like freaking baby face. But
and I'd have whatchamacallit, so take the beard off Scott and put a giant beard on John Krasinski, like a full Rob style beard.
yeah. John's gonna look scruffy, beard like mine, fucking hair my length where it's fucking gets messy when it's not fucking brushed back or whatever. Yeah, he's gonna look messy and all that shit. But that's a pretty good kumite we wrote there, and people are gonna say you didn't really write fucking. What if we wrote? You didn't really write. We put the tournament together. We put the tournament together and the actors. There's nothing else you can really do for Bloodsport, and
it's just our thoughts.
Our thought. And if this new one,
put yours down below.
Yeah, put yours down below. Look at our tournament. Our tournament's pretty cool. Who would you have had differently? There's some people that we can have in there. You know what I mean? Like there's other people you can chuck in there to get beaten first round quickly. But personally, there's no. I hope for the new one they don't put. And I'm not being sexist. Part two had one female in it. No, you either do a Bloodsport that's a full female tournament, whatever. That's fine if you want to do that. Do it that way, or an all men's tournament. You don't have men fighting women. You do not have you don't have a woman getting bashed up by a man.
Nope.
Vice versa. It's just silly. You don't do it. In my opinion, so.
It's fucking stupid. So yeah, that's why they're in different, in different classes in the UFC. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And like Bloodsport 2, yes, they did it. They put a woman in there. That was silly. That was very silly. Like whatever direction.
Have plenty of girls on the awesome blonde girl in the original. You know, have a great side character for Scott or Frank or whoever's. Yeah. Have a great character and have The Rock with a big chick. You know, and freaking badass one, but. You can't have them fighting with the blokes. No. I'm sorry.
Look, they did a sequel to ours. We could write a fucking a Bloodsport 2 with a female tournament, and now Scott Adkins, Frank is got Scarlett Johansson and all that in the tournament and all that shit, and it'll be wicked. You could do it, but we just did a blokes tournament because we wanted to see The Rock because we smelled what he's cooking.
You couldn't help yourself.
Couldn't help myself. I had to have Rock in it, and people are going to be pissed that Batista's not in it, but he was Tong Po in the remake of Kickboxer, so no,
fair enough.
He wasn't allowed in it. Otherwise, he would have been perfect to be Chung Li.
He would
character.
Yeah.
He would have been wicked, but he's already been in one Van Damme remake, so he's not been in another. Let us know your Bloodsport tournament. Let's be honest, we couldn't full on write it any differently than what the original is. If they go way off the track, it's going to be silly. It's got to be a tournament. Simple as that. It's got to be kind of like the original. Either make it in the old days or new days. We've got it today, present. It is what it is. That's the way we've done it. That's our tournament. And I like giving those stars some shine.
85 minutes as well. That's it.
Yep.
Done.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. You know, tournament movie, 85 minutes. That's the cutoff point, and you're going to get a great ride, a great film. So yeah,
100%. And it's either in Japan or Thailand, wherever they do it. But either way, Tom Hardy's scenes, he's going to be crazy the night before. He's out there with Jackson drinking, getting hookers and shit like that, all these Chinese hookers and shit like that, or Jap. He's going to be nuts. But then when he gets to the ring, he just fucking kills people and then he dies himself.
Yeah.
I like our tournament. Let us know what you think in the comments. Have a watch. And until next time, we'll see what we write next time. See you.
Talking shit about